Today we lost a good friend of mine, an officer that I've known for 30 years.
Terrence Caraway was a great officer who loved the city of Florence. His heart was always in the right place, and he would do whatever he could to help young people.
Deputy Farrah Turner is the second officer now who has died in the line of duty after that shooting at a home on October 3rd.
1 year ago today, our state was changing forever. 7 officers shot in what investigators say was an ambush-style attack in the Vintage Place subdivision in Florence County. Deputies were at a home there to serve search warrants when gunshots were fired. Florence police arrived as backup. The shots continued, and Police Sergeant Terrence Caraway, he died on scene. Now, investigator Farrah Turner, she died 3 weeks later in a hospital. 5 other officers were hurt, and Frederick Hopkins Jr., now 75, is the suspect in this case. So is his son Seth Hopkins, who was the subject of the search warrant. He's also arrested on separate charges. Well, Terrence Caraway's son says his father has missed some big moments in his life, including his marriage, and he has a baby that's on the way. And ABC 15's Tanya Brown talked with Rashad Caraway about his late father. She's live outside of a remembrance ceremony for the fallen and wounded officers at the Francis Marion Performing Arts Center in Florence. Tanya?
Trey, Terrence's son, Rashad, is inside the remembrance ceremony along with hundreds of others. I talked with him last night, and he told me he shared a special bond with his father that cannot be broken, even in death.
Gave me that in Washington, D.C.
A lot has happened in the past year for 26-year-old Rashad Caraway. He lost his father, Terrence Caraway, exactly 1 year ago today and got married 7 months later.
It's so emotional right now. It's just overwhelmed.
He's coped with his father's death through family support.
Being together, strength in numbers, that's what my daddy always said.
Rashad keeps his dad near to his heart. He has a memorial wall of Terrence inside his new home. It has pictures, awards, and tokens of love from the community. This poster is signed by thousands of people from all over the country.
He told me, he said, son, he said, I'm well known. Trust and believe. He said, I'm well known. And he wasn't lying. I promise he wasn't lying.
Rashad has an entire room that reflects his father's love of comic book characters. He even drew this picture of Terrence when he was a teen playing football at Darlington High School.
He coached me in Darlington High School all 4 of my years up there, and he was always there supporting, and he just loved to be around kids and to help people.
Rashad shared with me the meaning behind this picture his father sent him. The words on it are pretty heartfelt.
I can't promise to be here for you for the rest of your life, but I can promise to love you for the rest of mine. Love, Dad.
Oh gosh, just to hear that, it's kind of touching, because if you knew Terrence, you knew he really, truly loved Rashad. Rashad told me that there's not a day that goes by that he does not think about his father. Terrence's wife, Allison Caraway, she started a foundation in his honor. That foundation works with children and exposes them to the positive things in life. Live in Florence, Tanya Brown, ABC 15 News.
Black and blue balloons released in honor of Sergeant Terrence Caraway. This is what we spotted in Darlington near Main Street today. You know, for some folks in Florence, it's been a long year since October 2018. Those who live in and around the Vintage Place subdivision remember that day well. Many were just going about their day, and then there was a standoff that lasted nearly 2 hours. And it's one that people like Glenn Walker say they'll never forget.
Going to the store down here, the gas station, and I was wondering why all the people were there, and they said there had been a shooting of 6 or 7 officers that got shot.
He's correct. 7 officers were shot. 2 of them would not survive their injuries. And loved ones of investigator Farrah Turner gathered at a Francis Marion University memorial this morning. It was a time of remembrance, peace, and love. The university unveiled this picturesque space in memory of Turner earlier this year. She graduated from FMU in 2005. It was the first time some of the people actually saw this park completed, and they say it is a fitting tribute to Turner.